Welcome to Preparing Your Course for Quality Matters Review. In this section, we will cover how to add additional and supplemental resources to your course. Additional and supplemental resources give students the opportunity to enhance their own learning, and they are important to quality matters. One example of additional and supplemental resources is practice quizzes. StudyMate is a good way to turn these practice quizzes into games to make them more interesting for your students. Adding links to external resources are a good way to introduce your students to additional content. This gives them a different perspective on what the material covers other than their textbook. If a student needs a second opinion about an assignment, optional peer reviews can help. Optional peer reviews is a type of discussion that allows students to post their work and receive feedback from their peers. This gives them an opportunity to re-examine and change their work before turning it in. If you have some students who are bad test takers, it might be a good idea to give them some advice. Having how-to-study tips available can help alleviate this problem. These tips give students advice on what material they need to know before taking a test or quiz. In addition, they provide multiple ways of studying this material, like what we have previously covered, such as practice quizzes and external resources. The publisher even has additional resources that are available to students taking the class. Within the textbook, there are links to the publisher's website where the students have access to practice quizzes and flashcards made explicitly by the publisher. Finally, videos are a great additional resource. You have the opportunity to create these videos yourself, or find external ones that are about the current subject. They are especially useful for those students who are a visual learner. If you use the examples we talked about, you will have covered multiple standards that Quality Matters have placed. Practice quizzes and peer reviews are a great way for feedback. This covers Standard 3.5. Since additional supplementary resources are optional as study material for the students, this covers Standard 4.6. If the additional content is relevant to the course, engages student interaction, and are up to date, it would satisfy Standards 6.1, 6.2, and 6.5. Thank you. We have just covered what is necessary for adding additional and supplemental resources. If you'd like more information on this subject, there are examples and resources provided within the Examples and Resources folder within this course.